Chapter 2, Mishnah 4. We learned in Mishnah 1 that the firstborn of an animal that is partially owned by an idolater is exempt from the law of Bechor. The following Mishnah discusses a tzon barzel arrangement. That is, an arrangement in which one person gives another an animal to raise, or a different profit-producing item to care for, and the one raising it accepts full responsibility to return its value. In return, the one caring for the animal receives a portion of the profits. The agreement requires that at a certain time the full value of the item be returned to the owner. If the item is lost or destroyed, the caretaker agrees to pay back its value. If someone accepts an animal on contract from an idolater under a tzon barzel arrangement, the offspring of the animal are exempt from the law of Bechor. That is, when the offspring grow up and give birth to firstborn, that firstborn does not have the status of a Bechor, although the mother of the firstborn belongs primarily to the Jew. The idolater has the right to seize her if the Jew does not meet his obligations under the tzon barzel agreement. Therefore, the idolater is considered to have some ownership in the mother. This exempts its firstborn from the law of Bechor. But the offspring of the original tzon barzel animals, i.e. the second generation of offspring of the tzon barzel animals, are subject to the law of Bechor. That is, their firstborn, the third generation of offspring, has the status of a Bechor. This is because the idolater has the right to seize only the first generation of offspring, not the second generation. Therefore, if he has no ownership in the second generation, he has no ownership in the second generation of animals. Thus, the firstborn of those animals are subject to the law of Bechor. The Mishnah cites a case where even the offspring born to the second generation is not a Bechor. If the Jew set up the offspring of the original tzon barzel animals in the place of their mothers, that is, he expressly specified that the idolater may seize the first generation of offspring if the original animals die, then even the offspring of the original animal's offspring are exempt from the law of Bechor. That is, even the firstborn born to the second generation of offspring does not have the status of a Bechor. By pledging the first generation of offspring as a replacement for the mother, in case she dies, the Jew has expanded the idolater's rights to include even the second generation of offspring, allowing them to be seized. Therefore, the firstborn born to the second generation of offspring is exempt from the law of Bechor. Nevertheless, even in this case, the offspring of the offspring's offspring, i.e. the third generation of offspring, are subject to the law of Bechor. That is, the firstborn of those offspring, the fourth generation of offspring, is considered a Bechor. This is because the idolater's rights are expanded to include only one additional generation of offspring, i.e. the second generation, but not the third generation. Therefore, he has no ownership in the third generation of animals, and the firstborn of those animals has the status of a Bechor. The next Tana disagrees with this last ruling. Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel says, if the Jew set up the offspring of the original tzon barzel animals in the place of their mothers, even as many as 10 generations or more of animals are exempt from the law of Bechor, because they are committed to the idolater. That is, the idolater has the right to seize even those animals if the Jew does not pay for the original tzon barzel animals. According to Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, when the Jew pledges the original offspring to replace the mother, he expands the idolater's rights to include all the generations of offspring of the original tzon barzel animals, no matter how far removed they are from the original animals. Therefore, even those offspring are exempt from the law of Bechor.